Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TTV coverage for the Legends of Chima. Wasn't it the 100-year moon, or was it the
Yeah,
1,000-year
100-year
moon?
moon.
Okay, what episode was this? Was it like 7? I think it was 7.
Ah, yeah, it was 7 or 8.
Okay.
No, wait, I don't know. It was something around there.
It was, yeah, 7. This episode was,
Dumb.
yeah, I'm not gonna say it was bad, but it
It's
wasn't
just dumb.
dumb.
Yeah.
Wasn't good. Good.
Preface.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
Preface.
forgot that for the preface. I always have to do this. Links in the description. Don't rage in the comments, please. Thanks. And
It's coverage, not the episode.
yes, if you're too inept to read, that's on you. But I've noticed there's been a decline in comments of those types lately, which makes me happy. Anyway, this episode was mediocrity personified.
By the gorillas.
Quite. Basically, how do I even do this without like giving a recap like last episode? If the quality of this coverage is like mediocre, just so you know, it's like almost 2 a.m. Central Time, and we were hoping to like have some other people here, but no one else showed. They decided to all bail and be unreliable, so we just decided
Yeah.
let's just do it.
Mediocrity has spread from the episode to the coverage.
Quite.
And so it's just me and Meso. Because everyone else is a bunch of chumps.
And if you listen to this, which you won't, Kahi Kini Alita Vita Mange, please. Yeah, take heed of this. You are a chump. Anyway, basically the whole thing with the episode is it's like all the wolves are attacking, and I made the comment that when this 100-year moon hits the wolves and they all become, crazy, they're kind of like zombies, and this is the closest we will ever get to Lego zombies, quite probably, except for Monster Fighters. Well, where they had an actual zombie.
Yeah.
The stereotypical horde mode, horde mode. What I was talking hordes of
Daisy.
infected, yeah. This is probably the closest. And however, that being said, I did not actually feel like the threat level in this episode was as high as the last one. Nor did
It's
I
probably
feel
because Crueler didn't use the magical flower at all.
she had it, but she like had it behind her back, like she was holding it
Once.
ready to use it, but she never did. And they never appeared again. Like the episode ends, and the crocodiles. It ended with like Cracker saying, "Oh, are you sure this plan of yours is gonna work? I don't know about this." And Crueler said something like, "Oh, trust me, brother. I'm not." I forget what she said. And she had the flower behind her back, and then they're never shown again.
They appeared about 3 times throughout the entirety of this episode.
This was their weakest plot yet.
Uh,
And like the threat level itself was not nearly as high. The stakes weren't
yeah.
raised. It's like, oh no, a gorilla is not placed in any real danger because of bananas, and she's perfectly fine. And yeah,
Yeah. Apparently, the gorillas got too much screen time in this episode. I do not like the gorillas
well,
at all.
they've got like no screen time up until now, so like it was about time it happened.
Yeah, well, any screen time for them is too much.
That's
I don't like them.
but Aldra.
They're stupid.
I noticed Galuna the gorilla has above average voice acting in comparison to the rest of the cast.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Which is,
Skin it.
yes. Skin It the skunk. This was another episode where he got a lot of screen time, and it, I guess, kind of fleshed out his character, kind of, in a way.
No, it didn't. It didn't flesh out his character at all. In fact, it made him just more stupid than stupid could be stupid.
Quite. And he, of course, saved the day and then proceeded to ruin everyone's day at the end. But that is...
Yeah, sorry.
Yes. Not a fan.
Every single time.
Not a fan. But hey, I'm not the demographic. Let's see what else. There's like this one sequence where Ares was flying in the jet, and she like detached. There were like wolves on the jet bringing her down, and she like detached the beak, which flew off into like an escape pod, and like it crashes down on the ground. And LJ made the comment, "Oh, of course there's no explosion. They're perfectly fine."
Yeah. It fell from a really large distance, but it's basically as if they super glued all the Lego bricks together.
Yeah.
Not anything broke off. The wolves didn't even hit the ground. They landed on their feet and then spun out of control like they were dizzy.
Quite. But hey, did you really expect anything different? No.
No, I'd hoped.
The wolves. I buy them more as antagonists than the crocodiles.
I like the wolves.
Because the wolves,
don't-
they're not evil, but they have those tendencies, like, they can be villainous and whatnot, whereas the crocs just come off as manipulators that always get their plans foiled, so they're not really all that threatening, and they have zero motivation behind them at all. Because
You killed my parents. Well, no, really
not
wasn't your
really.
fault. But Krager.
Yes.
You're right, crueler. Flower. That's the crocodiles. I don't like the crocodiles at all.
Quite.
I don't like the crocodiles. I don't like the gorillas. I haven't made up my mind on the beavers yet.
The beavers do their role well. They're like comedic relief.
Yeah, I haven't really made up my mind on the bears. The bears actually
Dude.
spoke.
Yeah, the bears. I don't know about them. I've made this comment from day one, and slowly but surely it's becoming more validated with every passing episode, except for two tribes in particular, the wolves and the ravens. As far as like their one-dimensional character qualities are concerned, the characters, they are literally cliches. They are walking cliches. Almost every single one of them. The ravens still are, but it's handled in such a way to where I can buy them as legitimate characters and not stereotypes. Same with the wolves, who were initially with the pseudo-threatening. What's the word I'm looking for? Cutthroat. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know.
Bullies.
Yeah, the crocodiles are manipulators. The wolves are, the
Actual
threatening
murderous
people. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. This episode, it was it was better than the first handful, but it's killed their streak of like increasing the quality with every episode that they've had going for a while now. I was not too big of a fan. If I had to rate it on a number scale, I'd give it like either a 5 or a 4.5 to just throw an arbitrary number with no thought behind it out there.
Yeah, I'd say 5.5 out of 10.
That's fair.
I mean, it wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best.
I would give like the first one and the second one like a 3.
That's kind.
It introduced the premise. But my biggest problem with how they kicked the series off, you remember, I've harped on this before, how like the extended multi-episode flashback.
Yeah. They started by ending it.
Yeah, I know. Started.
And this all seems like filler. The biggest filler in the world.
The whole series is filler. I said it from the start.
They're waiting for Ninjago to return.
I would hope that's the case, but Chima's continuing till 2015. And I do not know what they're going to do. I cannot see this self-sustaining itself as a series, because the thing with how it started conceptually, it was sound, but the way they kicked the series off killed any potential of it, having any longevity to it. By which I mean the main conflict was begun and resolved within the first 2 episodes. Anything else is just like the Crocs being stupid. Krager's parents are, I guess, still stuck in the pit, never to return, because if they did...
Don't know how they have any food.
Yeah. And as I've said time and time again, there's a set based off his father's escape, which I just find laughable, considering in story he's still locked up down there. What else? Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see how it turns out. Maybe the next wave of sets will open up more possibilities. Maybe if they actually, had done the other tribes differently, by which I mean the secondary tribes like the beavers and the bears and the rhinos, they would have potential to drive story. But as it stands,
Yeah.
every episode is just the Crocs manipulating blank to do blank.
No, it's crueler manipulating
Oh,
blank to do
my
blank.
apologies. You're so right. The crocodiles are not even like an actual tribe
Threat.
of foes. Anyway, enough ranting. It was it was it
Yeah,
was,
bottom
it was
line,
meh.
it was mediocre. And hopefully they'll do better next time.
Yup. That was TTV coverage for Chima episode 7, the 100-Year Moon. We will see you all next time.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.